title of this piece was Idée Fixe, and that title resulted from the continuous motific idea that you'll hear. It pervades the whole piece. But since the piece has a fairly relentless energy about it for the most part, when I recently revised it, I felt that the new title of Unrest fitted it better. Unrest is also a more ambiguous title, which doesn't just reflect the nature of the music, but has resonance in terms of its broader meaning, for example, social unrest or civil unrest. The most significant landmark in the piece is about 1 minute in, when it begins its relentless statement of what I'd previously called the Idée Fixe. This idea, annoyingly prevalent throughout the piece, is a short and fast motif, and not at all like the Idée Fixe we know in relation to Berlioz, for example. These incendiary outbursts are punctuated, however, by calmer sections, and indeed the piece's introduction is calm and slightly eerie as well, so the piece could be said to have a kind of rondo form as these calm sections return. You'll also hear that the instruments in turn iterate a repeated one-note quaver figure during the more frenzied sections, and this fades in and out of the texture as if almost calling for calm. And indeed there are a few points where it seems to win out until the madness of the motif returns. As the previous director of Hard Rain SoloistEnsemble, I was involved in appointing featured composers, but I never once thought that I'd be one myself someday, so I was very moved when I was told of the group's intention for this season. I mean, it's so brilliant not just to have a group like Hard Rain perform your work, but to have a series of works peppered throughout the season. It's really an honour, and I feel very privileged. It's busy as always at the moment. I'm working on the release of an orchestral album which features 4 of my larger scale works, performed by the Ulster Orchestra under the baton of Sinead Hayes, and with soloist Daniel Browell and Craig Ogden. It'll be released next year in sparkling Dolby Atmos surround sound, and I can't say much more than that at the moment, unfortunately. I'm also working on a couple of smaller scale pieces, a 2-guitar piece for French guitarists Julien Payan and Isabelle Homais, to be premiered in France next year. And I'm also currently writing a newly commissioned piece from Music Network, again for guitar, but this time paired with trumpet, which is obviously unusual and therefore a brilliant challenge. That piece is for a Music Network Irish tour by Matilda Lloyd, trumpet, and Alexandra Winningham, guitar, and that'll happen in April of 2024.